Taji, greetings from a lovely sunny afternoon here in Londrina. So it's been just over a week since I released my second single, Londrina Funk, from my album From London to Little London. And I hope you've listened to it. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I just thought I'd talk a little bit about the history of the tune, how it came about. So I wrote this track beginning of 2019, ready for a studio session that was put together by my dear friend Alexandre, Alex, in his beautiful studio here in Londrina, Tres M Uma. And Alex and I were trying an idea out to record a couple of my compositions with some local musicians from Londrina, and I ended up calling this the Valentine sessions because we recorded on the afternoon of February the 14th. I found out a later date they don't actually celebrate Valentine's Day in Brazil on that day. They have a different day, but to me it'll always be the Valentine's Day. So we all got together that afternoon. It's the first time I met the guys who subsequently played on the album, and the tune itself was an idea I had. It was a melodic idea I had that I set to a very standard samba pattern. This pattern is played by the keys on the track that you can hear, and the drums and the bass wanted to borrow some ideas more from Afrobeat, which actually fuses very well with Brazilian music. So that was the idea, like a fusion of samba and Afrobeat. And but what happened when we were actually preparing to record this track? Diogo Baca, who was playing bass for the session and subsequently played bass for the whole album, he was reading the bass part from the chart I gave him, and he had an idea to suddenly stamp on his octave bass pedal and came up with this incredibly funky sounding bass line. Just added this extra dimension to the bass line, and we recorded with that, and it sort of turned it into something way more funky. So hence ended up calling it Londrina Funk. And so we were all grinning in the studio listening back to it. It's turned into something something quite funky and something we were all very pleased with. So since that first recording, we actually added some percussion from very talented Luda de Souza, who added some great percussion to the tune for the album, and obviously it was fully mastered with the rest of the album. Friday sees the release of the full album, From London to Little London, so I hope you'll be listening to that when it comes out on Friday, and let's start the countdown today for the release of the album.